That right there, the Liberty Flames sideline. We just talked to Coach Kyle McQuillan. They made a huge in-game adjustment yesterday, and that was changing out their face-off guy at the dot. Jason Houck was taken out. Ben Chun was put in, and their all-world, I guess you would say, defenseman Connor Gilton was put in the wing. Seemed to really work for them yesterday against Virginia Tech. They're going back to Houck today against a really tough opponent. Max DeMella was with Specialty Player of the Year.
Yeah, it's tough for them. The reason they went to that is because they were just constantly losing the draw. They wanted to make it a ground ball battle. There might be something similar today. We'll see how it starts out. I think they want to go back to what they practiced in their game plan, and then if they need to, they go back to that wrinkle.
For Tennessee, Jake Noel in his first championship game appearance, but he's been an assistant here. Played in that game last year that these two teams met in the ALC semifinals. Liberty won that game 20-11. He said this is kind of a different game, though. They feel like they have a much better team. They need to work in transition was his point of emphasis, and really moving the ball more efficiently because Liberty they slide so well.
Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. Liberty has one of the best defenses in the country. 3 really solid defenders who have experience at every single division in the NCAA level. It's tough to go against a defense like that. It's really hard to get comfortable in a 6-on-6 offense with pressure on your hands. Those fast break and transition opportunities are a lot easier goals to score.
As the two teams meet at center field, look into each other's eyes, the final shaking of hands. Zach Janis from Tennessee, 12 saves yesterday in the win over West Virginia. Eric Warnstrom, 16 clutch saves against Virginia Tech and their rivals. Will it be Liberty getting back to the top of the mountain in their home city? Or will Rocky Top finally be restored after 24 years without a conference title? We're about to find out. It's the ALC championship game. Liberty, Tennessee, and we're underway with a win for Max DeMella, and the Volunteers get the first momentum swing of the game. We just mentioned it's been since 2000, the last time Tennessee made the conference title game and won it. It was 2001, the last year that they made the MCLA tournament. They have a chance to stamp their mark today. Remember, yesterday Tennessee came out a little flat, found themselves down 4-1 against West Virginia, whereas Liberty was much more energetic to start their game. Already working around here. Shot the first one, a high bouncer, but Warnstrom able to get his stick to it. That was a shot taken on Logan Aiello with the first shot of the game, and Warnstrom with his first save. He has just been dynamite in this tournament over the last 2 seasons. Now the Liberty offense, also potent. Hasn't been the best year for them originally in the beginning of the season, but the last 2 games against Virginia Tech and James Madison, they found their stroke. 19 goals and 18 goals respectively in those 2 games. This is the sophomore Luke Branham. Back-to-back hat tricks in this tournament. Had one last year in the ALC finals against Virginia Tech. Had another one yesterday in their semifinal win. Luke Campbell working from X. Trying to get past his defender. He does not. Zach Janis with the save, and Campbell then steps into the crease. So both goalies making their presence felt early in this game, Reagan. Transition there for the Tennessee Volunteers as they get it across. Kind of a back and forth battle with West Virginia yesterday, and a little chippy at times, of course, but they were able to secure a victory in pretty dominant fashion in that second half when they finally pulled away. The trigger was pulled, but there was no bullet in the chamber there for J.D. Schellenberger. Another turnover here, so both offenses kind of giving it up. Early in this game, trying to set the set the momentum, and Connor Giltonen, who was our New Balance player of the game yesterday, brings it up for the Flames. Both teams kind of feeling each other out early here.
You can feel the intensity from both benches. I don't think Tennessee is going to have a slow start like they did yesterday.
Liberty content to move the ball around. Both teams trying to crack the codes of these two defenses. High scoring affairs yesterday. So far, it's been defense all over the place as Geary tried to work it down to Easton Cahill, but Janis there to clean up the mess. Here comes the ride. And a hit after that pass goes avoided for the referee. They say play on, and they do. Tennessee back to a possession. These teams not too familiar with each other. They did play last year in the semifinal game, but haven't played before that since 2021. Tennessee has never beaten Liberty. They are 0-9 against them.
Yeah, all four teams that made it to the ALC semifinals this year in Division I used to be in the same division when they were in the SCLC, played each other every year. Ever since ALC split off from the SCLC, there's been some rearranging.
Oh, what a great check by Giltonen on Aiello. I think he thought he had him beat, but as is usual, Connor Giltonen with a highlight there on defense. Having a dominant defenseman like that. Nice ace in the back pocket there for your offense, too, to get the ball back for you. Here is Keaton Mose, the ever-dangerous attackman. Down low to Landry, Braden Landry receiving it from Mose, and he goes backhanded for the first goal of the game.
Liberty had their defensive middies on the field on the offensive end. Played 4-on-4 lacrosse, opened up the inside. Landry, really smooth finish, going backhand.
He has had one of the best years of any of these team members. 4 goals and 2 assists yesterday for Landry. As we go back to the faceoff dot, and DeMella pushes it forward. Still a fight for the ground ball, and won by Bryn Jungles,
by number 91,
the defenseman.
Landry, assisted by number 8, Keaton Mose.
Liberty will go back to work on offense. For Landry, that's his 45th goal of the season. Now, another midline in here is Mark Rolowitz, the graduate student from Ellicott City, Maryland, takes it, and he is stripped of the ball. Tennessee did a much better job on that defensive possession as they work it up. And that one just trying to be kept alive there by Luke Harden, and as he was going out of bounds, just threw it right to a Liberty defender.
I think Liberty might have got away with the push in the back there.
Heavy-handed was Connor Giltonen, but again, the referees letting them play here today. And Jake Noel is having a conversation with the umpire here. By the way, our officials for today, Tyrone Fisher, Todd Hawkins, and Noah Robertson in stripes today. Mose turns and fires. Andy hears it, and Mose goes down after that. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but does get the goal nonetheless.
I think Mose and Jack Layden were talking after this play. Little head move from Leiden. Mose tries to sell it, and the referee's not buying.
Saw Mose pull that move in Virginia Tech game earlier this year in the regular season. Did get a call for it then, but a little bit of showmanship, gamesmanship from the Minnesota native. He's committed to Marquette University before choosing to make a change after a coaching change up there, and has been nothing but a highlight reel for the last few seasons. Recently became the 6th player in program history with 200 career points. Is not sure if Warnstrom got a piece of that or it got stripped, but either way, Bryn Jungles, who is like the Energizer Bunny running down the field right there with a good clear. Look at Giltonen. Giltonen's all the way down there too. And now he retreats, gets it to Hunter Rockhill.
Liberty wants to push.
Doyle, Mose, scores! Transition, a big factor today. What we talked about with Coach Noel, and that time Liberty made him pay.
Created that opportunity through the subbing game. A little bit of a slow release near side on Janis. He might want that one back.
Mose had 4 goals yesterday in the win. Goal number 40 on the year for him, as he is now over the 70-point mark on the season. DeMello wins another face. He's been good there. The one bright spot for Tennessee, so now in definite need of a goal here. This is not the start they wanted. After yesterday's slow start against West Virginia, they were able to weather the storm, but Liberty's a different animal. That was a Cinderella team they were playing yesterday, and kudos and respect to West Virginia, but Liberty is a much tougher opponent Tennessee's dealing with today. And a pass that was off its mark being looked at. That was Jake Schroll, couldn't handle it. And another turnover by Tennessee, and look out, here come the Flames again in transition. Easton Cahill, the freshman, who was outstanding as well. 5 points for him in the win yesterday. Liberty playing the sub game. They do it again. Here they come. Geary, lots of room. Inside, Mose, big doorstep. Doorstep stop by Janis. The senior from Centerville, Virginia, coming to his home state, making a big save on Keaton Mose. But Mose gets the clear, the last laugh there off of that, and Peyton Doyle recovers it for him. Such a hard thing to deal with Mose, as you think once you've stopped him on offense, his energy level almost goes up on the forecheck.
Coach Ponchito mentioned it to us earlier. He's a great competitor. Has a really high engine. I don't think he'll ever give up on a play.
And that time, Lydon gave it right to Mose again, and they're going to call a hold on that. That was already maybe a storyline to look at between those two.
Lydon did a really great job against West Virginia's all-star attackman, Will Stone, yesterday. Now he's lined up against Liberty's best player in Mose.
Why not? Landry with a one-timer, paid the price for it, and Janis gets the save, but that's going to draw a penalty. An unnecessary roughness. Landry already coming into this game with an injury. Didn't seem to bother him yesterday with his 4 goals and 2 assist performance. But that is going to make a seat for Michael Matarazzo.
Penalty on Tennessee, number 42, for unnecessary roughness. 1 minute.
It'll be a 1 minute penalty, and not what Tennessee needs right now, down 3-0 already. So that's what they need, a turnover. There created, Nick Gold strikes, avoiding the defender, running through traffic, behind the back. There is a timeout.
I think there's a flag on the field.
Waved off. Looks like everything is waved off. There is a flag down on the far side, but a timeout was called after that flag was thrown. So we'll have to see what the penalty is after that. Not a great start for the Volunteers on defense right now. It seems like Liberty's got a high energy level here.
Yeah, I don't think they are used to the ball movement that they saw against West Virginia. Liberty's offense was clicking yesterday. They're carrying that into the day, moving fast off ball and moving fast with the ball, able to find those opportunities inside and outside.
The hold, I believe, is going to go against Bryn Jungles there. So Tennessee with a golden opportunity, and you know, they did get down early in the game yesterday, but you know that at any time Mason Kane and Logan Aiello can strike. Aiello's had some chances, but Mason Kane has kind of been taken out of this game a little bit by the Liberty defense.
Yeah, Tennessee's a team that they have really high emotion. They like to ride that emotion, and so sometimes if they get down, it's hard for them to be in a slump. It's easy for them to be in a slump, but just as easily if they go on a run, they can take that momentum very easily.
Momentum swung back and forth in both of our semifinal games. You remember Liberty was up 6-4 at the half yesterday against Virginia Tech, and then bada boom, bada bing, that Tech offense just came out firing, got 4 goals in 3 minutes. Just punches back and forth, and finally when that game was tied at 13, Liberty ended up pulling away. It sounds like Keaton Mose is also in the box. So this is a 2-man penalty here.
So I believe Tennessee still has a man in the box because Liberty turned it over in the beginning of their man-up possession.
You're right.
It might be a 5-on-4 situation.
That is what we're looking at. You clearly have much better eyes than I do. 5-on-4 here for Tennessee, trying to get their first goal. Liberty trying to survive this without one of their best defenders in Bryn Jungles. Good ball movement here from the Volunteers. Tried the skip pass. Ben Chun knocked it down. What a great play there by the junior from Fairfax.
Liberty did a really good job rotating and staying in tight and getting in the passing lanes.
They're doubling the ball here, and that double forced a bad pass from Giltonen. So Liberty's gonna have to sag back in on defense quickly, as all these penalties have now been released. Quick transition, coming in hot. J.D. Schellenberger.
Connor Giltonen is taking the fall on that one, telling the rest of the team, my bad. I just don't think Liberty's defense was set off the quick restart.
Lots of substitutions coming in from the box during that, and Schellenberger took advantage of it, the junior from Mooresville, North Carolina. 4 goals yesterday, adding to his total. Back to the faceoff dot, and right now DeMella has given Hauk everything he can handle. DeMella, will he go all the way? That one just barely tipped out by Warnstrom. Three and a half to go here in the first quarter. Liberty and Tennessee, the winner heads to Round Rock, Texas to represent the ALC as the automatic qualifier in the MCLA tournament.
Score for University of Tennessee.
Skip pass, then right back down low, but a little too hot.
Number 14,
on that pass as they were looking to find Will Tobias. That's great ball movement there from Tennessee.
Actually, if they connected, it'd be a 3-2 game.
Trying to trap Geary on the sideline, but the athletic Will Geary swimming through the double team. This is Hunter Rockhill. Moves it back, and again, Liberty making it a 5-on-5 game here. Geary tries to go BTB. Janis would have none of it. Quick transition again for Tennessee. Do they try to push it again? Kane with Giltonen on him. Rolls, fires wide. Good recovery there from Matt Walker. The former Limestone College product transferred over here a couple years ago to Liberty. Oh, beat inside. What a move by number 49, Jake Schroll.
Liberty didn't have a slide ready at all. Just way too easy, beaten inside. Liberty's defense is just looking. Tennessee pierces the middle of the field.
Peyton Park and Kaysen Brem, the two freshmen, standing in the middle there. Part of that miscommunication, but a really nice play by Schroll to make this a 3-2 game.
That's a goal for University of Tennessee by number 49, Jake Schroll.
Schroll, a sophomore from Annapolis.
Great double by Walker.
Tennessee continues to dominate at the faceoff dot. Max DeMella. I don't think Liberty's won a faceoff, have they?
I hear 5 for DeMello, 1 for Liberty.
All right. Reese Day from way out. That one's wide. Similar start for Tennessee in this game. Got down early, but came back, scored 6 goals in that end of that first quarter. As that time, a couple of Liberty sticks were able to get on that opposing attackman, and Peyton Doyle races down the field to set it up. He goes inside to Luke Branham, who will retreat and wait for substitutions. Defensive midfielders are on for Liberty. Branham trying to do it himself, now gets it to Mose. See what Mose has in store here. He'll back off and they'll now get the full offense out here. It's number 99, Ezra Anderson. Campbell, a shot. Somebody lost a stick here. There's a loose head on the field as there's a battle for this ground ball. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. Entertaining.
Absolutely. There's a lot of good plays on all sides of the field. Some good stops by Janis. Great movement by Liberty. Liberty had some impressive defensive stops as well, and Tennessee showed us some unsettled offense.
That's the end of the first quarter. Liberty leads Tennessee 3-2. Come on back to the ALC Division I championship game right here in Lynchburg City Stadium. The ALC tournament presented by Jamerson Lewis Construction. Back here at the Division I ALC championship game. A change at the faceoff dot, Reagan, as Ben Chun is back at the faceoff dot, as is Connor Giltonen at the wing. Jason Hauk's been moved to the far side wing. So another in-game adjustment here And Chun went early here to start. Chun was instrumental in leading the comeback against Virginia Tech. Already going to that, they can see DeMella's been dominating them so far. Back to business for Tennessee to start this second quarter. Got down 3-0 early, but settled in. Started playing better defense. And Zach Janis made a couple of key saves as well. Speaking of key saves, Eric Warnstrom says hello again. Senior out of Buford, Georgia. And a quick transition here. Peyton Park was at the doorstep. He had a goal yesterday, his first as a Flame, and a similar play like that.
Tennessee's got a 5-on-3. Yeah, 5-on-3 here.
Here's the transition for them. Oh, Kane can't handle it. Actually, that's number 14, Reese Day, and that could have led to disaster for the Flames.
Really lucky there, having Tennessee make a mistake at that stage.
Trying to spin inside. Giltonen goes to the double, but they were able to get it down low to Kane. He skips it. Another fake shot. Another shot that gets moved off by Giltonen's stick. On that backside. And a mistake again, and Jake Noel very frustrated after that pass is thrown away. They know they can ill afford plays like that. As the freshman Kason Brem will handle it. He's got to be careful. Ooh, almost picked his pocket, did Michael Matarazzo. And Geary finally holds it.
Liberty, that last defensive possession, did a really good job of, even if their man got a step on them or Tennessee got an opportunity, finding some way to disrupt their hands or body, making sure that they didn't get any good shots on cage against Warnstrom.
This is Easton Cahill. Excuse me, that's Will Geary. From an unusual spot that he normally plays, from X. Unusual or not, he gets the goal.
Saw a couple goals like this in the D2 game. Dodging at X, shooting right at GLE, reaching around the goalie. Sort of used the man as a screen. Janis trying to go down and stop it, but wasn't able to.
You mentioned on that last Tennessee goal as well, just a late slide or nobody sliding at all for Liberty. That time it was Tennessee that didn't get the slide on. Especially with a short stick defensive midfielder on Geary, who just always seems to get a goal when his team needs it. Another win for DeMella. The strategy going to Chun has not worked so far. After a great game from him yesterday, DeMella, a different beast at that dot. Good amount of Tennessee faithful traveling for this one up in the stands. Obviously, Lynchburg is the home site, so just a quick trip down the road for the Flames and their contingency. But it's good to see both sides representing well in the stands here. Mason Kane, great trail check there by Bryn Jungles, trying to goose it to Walker, who fell down. Golden opportunity there as the pass was missed. Will Tobias kind of just jumped into the air to catch that ball.
Yeah, critical mistakes for both teams. Defense definitely would rather have that ground ball right off the turnover.
Two critical mistakes in a row on possessions for Tennessee as Doyle fights off Kane to get past him. Doyle, the transfer from Siena College in New York, a New York native. They'll roll it out to another transfer. Luke Campbell, transferred from Division II, York College in Pennsylvania. Division III, excuse me. Rock Hill. That's a shot. No, Janis might have got there. He did not. Or did he? Did the ball even go out of bounds? I'm not sure how that ball didn't go out of bounds. They're going to keep it down here. Mose will have it. Tries to shuffle it inside. Rock Hill trying to be his recipient, but a great job by the Tennessee defense. Oh, Branham forcing a bad pass. I didn't really know if he forced a bad pass. It was just too high. Branham had a chance at it. Quickly for the Flames, trying to get back to it. And Mose will slow it down. Campbell goes. I'll work it back top. Landry. Oh, what a move! Oh, great save by Janis. Spun like a top, did Landry. He seems to be feeling better. Nevertheless, Tennessee getting the ball back here and finally able to just possess for a moment to catch their breath. Coming in is Tommy Ruddow. And Tennessee will just be comfortable working around, get their offense in motion here. Down low, no shot coming. Back to the top. This is a different line. Thomas Geese out there.
AO is on a shorty.
Aiello inside. And that pass does not connect. Nice job there by Ty Broughton, who returns after missing the final game of the regular season. The freshman is pushed out of bounds, but able to get it to his fellow freshman, Peyton Park.
Really fast and efficient slides from Liberty. They're sliding very early, applying a lot of pressure. Tennessee tried to feed it inside, but the two slide was there to disrupt the pass.
They're making Tennessee have to earn every shot. Mose was looking for one of his best friends there, Will Geary, the two Lakeville, Minnesota natives. That pass too high, and Liberty just gives it right back. So this game is kind of stalemated here at 4-2. Again, a long pass out of bounds, and Braden Landry causing the disruption on Cruz Mayer.
Both sides making some mistakes passing, but I think a lot of that has to do with defensive players on both teams applying a lot of pressure to hands, not letting anyone get comfortable with their sticks.
What a great defensive performance by both teams, especially here in the second quarter. Branham asks for the ball back. Fires on, and Janis pops one to the sky off of that one. Ground ball is down. Nobody can handle it. Still a fight for it. That one might have been a trip right there at the end. And it'll go over to Tennessee. Every ground ball critical in a game of this magnitude with such high stakes and a ticket to Round Rock on the line. We have not seen a ton of scoring, but that has not lent itself to not having intensity in this game. It's almost like a game of chicken. Who's going to blink first? Will Tobias rolls back, and again, an off-target pass for his teammate Kane forces a retreat. 30 seconds on the shot clock for Tennessee. Spinning move from Schellenberger, saved by Warnstrom. Tennessee will get a fresh shot clock. And Matt Walker badgering Jake Schroll there, almost able to force another turnover. Doesn't seem like anybody offensively is very comfortable.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone thought there would be a shootout. These teams scored 37 combined yesterday. There's one for Tennessee.
One for Mason Kane. Finally ends the scoring drought in this game. And with under 6 minutes to go in this half, it's a one-goal game.
Not sure how he squeaked that one past Warnstrom. He was running out of angle. See him kind of lean back upfield to try and increase it. Managed to sneak it past on the far pipe.
Just enough for Kane, who finds the very small hole in Warnstrom's game there. Beat his defender well. Mason Kane, one of the better players on this team. 4 goals and 6 assists in the semifinals yesterday. He was our player of the game, presented by New Balance yesterday. Liberty going to get the face-off call and a timeout coming for Kyle McQuillan's crew. We'll take a short break, finish up the half, 5:37 to go here in the ALC Championship game's first half. Liberty 4, Tennessee 3. Come on back to Lynchburg City Stadium here at the ALC tournament, presented by Jamerson Lewis Construction. Kyle McQuillan's offense has gone dark here in the second quarter. 4-3 currently. Liberty still on top. And Reagan, we were just talking about this. That win over Virginia Tech was a huge win for Liberty. You think a lot of that energy has kind of gone to that game, and it seems like they don't have the same amount right now for today's game.
Yeah, yesterday it was a rivalry game. Very easy to get up for it, get hyped for it, but
as Mose goes to the doorstep, and for the 4th time this weekend, is called in the crease.
Not only was it a rivalry game yesterday, but it was a game that they hadn't won in 3 years. I think their entire focus this week was on that game and had an attitude that job was already done, but it's not. Still have the championship today.
Now the championship, as big of a game as that is, it is not a championship level game. And Liberty is certainly would never put anything above a championship game, but that comes pretty close whenever they play Virginia Tech. Tennessee very much in this, very much even with the Flames today. The only thing that's not even is the scoreboard. Flames trying to get one back. Landry's a perfect guy to find if you want one. And he gets a huge hit. Leiden just absolutely crushed him. And Coach McQuillan is incensed. But Mose does find Landry, who's incredibly dangerous.
Coach Noel told us earlier this week, Leiden's their enforcer. He's their big, aggressive guy. I think he's sending the message that nothing's going to come easy for Liberty.
Leiden, 6'2", 200-pounder from Long Valley, New Jersey. He'll have to take a seat. See exactly for how long.
Liberty might have the ball if the penalty is after the play.
Looks like 2 minutes locked in. And Jake Noel thinks that's an excessive call by the official, but that was a pretty tough blow to Landry there. Nevertheless, Tennessee gives up the goal and gives up a man for a couple minutes. They've moved Peyton Doyle to the other wing and have taken Chun out for Jason Houck. DeMella knows he's only got one guy to get it, and he decides to get it himself. Doyle makes a good play, and Giltonen comes up with it. Excuse me, Houck made that play. Excellent job by Jason Houck. He's fired up with some of the face-off coaches down there after that one. And Liberty can very much not only take their time, but they could take a stranglehold on this lead as we've reached the middle 8 of this game. The last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 minutes of the second half, always crucial for momentum's sake. Shot ripped by Campbell off of the leg of Janis, sticks with Liberty. You can hear the pleading from the Tennessee sideline to keep their sticks up, especially when Mose has the ball, always looking for that skip pass. Campbell fakes one, took a shot, but was not enough to keep it from getting to Geary. Big rotation there. Ooh, Rockhill almost stung it. He also almost stung the photographer on the sideline. What reflexes by that guy when you got a $5,000 camera in your hand. That was impressive. Talk about keep your head in a swivel. Geary drops it, but scooped back up by Landry. Chaos play, and when chaos happens, Mose tends to do big things. He thrives in it, and he scores again.
This play is all Braden Landry. Immediately gets his head up, passes it through the entire defense. All Mose has to do is catch and score.
They have such a connection, those two. They tend to mirror each other wherever they go.
Normally it's Mose to Landry.
Right.
This time it was reversed.
Lydon stays in the box. DeMello wins it going forward. And they're going to call a hold there on Giltonen as he was just trying to open the can. And DeMella did a nice job of holding on to it enough for the penalty call. Inside, Rutto! Tommy Rutto, the senior, gets one back.
Convention says, pull it out, kill the penalty. No, I'll go through the open defense, score, man down.
Incredible play there by Rutto, who was going all the way through. Oh, that penalty. Oh, sorry, the goal was on Rutto, so that waves the penalty off. Houck finally winning a face-off for the Flames. And they're trying to push it because the penalty is expired. So things are even here. So all in all, from that whole 2 minutes, even though they scored, it ends up just being like nothing ever happened.
Yeah, not the greatest result for Liberty.
Well, we're under 2 minutes. They do have possession. Rockhill. Branham can't seem to find it. And now he's in the fight for his life for this ground ball. Comes away with it. And a timeout called by Kyle McQuillan on the sidelines with 1:36 to go.
Timeout, Liberty University.
So we've had a whole first half almost be done here, and it's been a little bit of a tractor pull at times, but now you can see the intensity starting to ramp up as we get towards halftime. Liberty probably in need of a goal here for some momentum.
Yeah, I think so. Even though they've been in control of this game, feels somewhat similar to the D2 game. Early this morning, Charlotte had the lead the whole time. They felt like they were in control, but could never just pull away. I think Tennessee's a really good team that Liberty's going to have a tough time separating from unless they put a statement goal here at the end of the half. I'd expect this to be still remain very close the rest of the way.
Are you surprised at all by Tennessee and how well they've played against this Liberty offense?
Yeah, this weekend was some of the first time I've got to see them play. You know, you can always look at a 10-1 team, but not sure sort of how good they are compared to competition. I know they beat Virginia Tech, which is a really big win, and seeing them this weekend play against a quality team like Liberty, you can tell that they have a lot of talented players, a lot of great schemes, and also fantastic mentality and never give up attitude.
Really well coached too, as well as Jake Noel took over this team from his brother-in-law, Reed Copeland, who kind of got the program going back in the right direction. They made the ALC tournament last season, and Noel has taken them sky high with a pretty incredible coaching staff behind him as well. As their coaches David Sapala and other guys like Mitch Langley and Tim McKinney. He talked about being one of the best coaches he has there in McKinney. So good effort here so far. A lot of pressure, of course, on them to kind of end this drought and take down one of the big boys in the MCLA in Liberty. 24 years since a conference title. Can they end that drought today? Flames will have it for the final 90 seconds. Excuse me, the 15 seconds with the shot clock here. Branham, Skipper, Cahill. Luke Campbell with a left-hand shot is wide. 5 seconds for Landry to work with something. Throws it away. And that'll do it. Oh boy. No call of delay of game because Luke Branham picked it up and threw it back down to the corner. That was quite close.
I think the referees gave him some grace there, considering he was in the motion as the whistle blew. They're giving Tennessee the ball.
They'll bring it back up there. But if they are bringing it back up there, shouldn't that warrant that penalty?
I think because the ball was there when the whistle blew, but because Brandon was in the motion when the whistle was blowing, it was a very gray area. I think it depends on the referee crew you have during the game about what call you might get.
Tennessee with a great chance here in the final minute. Get this down to a one-goal game. Be very much alive, not that they aren't. But they could really put the pressure on and have a big turnaround here. Shot on, score! Just what they needed. Logan Aiello had a big game yesterday, finally finds the scorer's sheet.
Liberty made a mistake earlier in this game, sliding too late. I think this time they slide too early, might not have needed it. Easy back pass, and I don't think the rest of the defense was on the same page, giving him enough time to get his hands free and beat Warnstrom.
Tennessee's number 11, Max Damala, assisted by University of Tennessee's number 12.
DeMella again, chance to tie here. Doesn't take it. Timeout. Jake Noel thought he was going to lose it there for a moment, and in the final 22 seconds of this half, Tennessee's got a chance to really tie. Here.
Timeout.
That was a dangerous spot there for Liberty to be in, but DeMella, they actually did a pretty good job of sliding on that one. They didn't really have anything open.
I think DeMello might have been able to push with his body, but Liberty had their sticks in the hands. DeMello probably thought wasn't able to get a comfortable shot off, decided to pull it out. Probably a smart decision overall.
What a great weekend it's been. We got to crown a champion earlier in Charlotte in the Division II level as they've won their 3rd consecutive ALC title. The final game for Nick Nedvesky in the conference tournament here, and they'll go to Round Rock and represent Division II this conference. And even more entertaining games at the Division I level. Even both of these teams playing yesterday and then again today. It's been a special tournament. This is always a great weekend for everybody when they come out. Of course, you at home sitting, we've done such a great job. Josh Moon and the production crew have done such a great job this whole weekend of making this a really special event.
Yeah, a lot of great lacrosse has been played across all levels. You can tell that each of these teams has done a really good job representing the ALC conference, representing their universities. It's great to see.
And great universities to represent, big colleges that you've heard of course, in other sports. Tennessee, great prowess, great sports school, of course. Liberty, it's been an up-and-coming program, not just at the lacrosse level, but at all sports, one of the top athletic programs in the country here, representing as well. Here we go. Final 10 seconds. Shot is on. Warnstrom takes it. They can push if they want to. Quickly, Doyle, 4 seconds. They got to get a shot off. Down low to Landry. Pass was too high. And that is how we end it here in Lynchburg. The first half comes to a close. Liberty leads 6-5 as we get set for the ALC Tournament Championship game's second half. As we are,
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now
at halftime here.
Please make your way
That was
to our
an
amazing
interesting half,
concession
Reagan,
center.
with Liberty. You know, felt like they were in control, but that end of that half, probably not what Kyle McQuillan wanted.
Yeah, they've made a couple small mistakes. They play really good defense for just a couple, for most of the shot clock, and then we'll make a mistake, and Tennessee takes advantage.
We have Kyle McQuillan with us now down on the field. Coach, you know, this has kind of been a little bit of a tractor pull of a game here. You guys feel like between the lines you're playing well, but that face-off dot has really hurt you. DeMella's really having a good game. What do you throw at him in the second half to get him off his game?
I mean, the kitchen sink at this point. He's played really well. I think we've proven throughout the season that we've been able to make adjustments and try and counteract some of the success that other teams have had at the face-off dot. But hopefully we'll have some answers here in the second half.
Who are you going to cheer on?
Coach, it seems like you're pushing in transition and those unsettled opportunities. It did really well for you against Virginia Tech yesterday, but not able to connect. What are you going to tell your team to try and clean that up?
I mean, the same thing we've been telling them for the last 15 minutes is that possession is the most important thing. We had some great opportunities in the Virginia Tech game to be able to score in transition, but I think today with the weather, with the style, with the type of team Tennessee is, I think possession is the most important thing, and just getting our offense good looks and settled 6-on-6 situations.
How's the heat down there?
It's a little warm, but it's a beautiful day in Lynchburg, so I can't complain.
Thanks, Coach, so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coach Kyle McQuillan trying to coach his team to their first title in the ALC since 2021. We'll come back, get some more highlights in, and then we'll hear from Tennessee coach Jake Noel before we go into the second half. The score at halftime, Liberty 6, Tennessee 5. Coming back to the ALC tournament, presented by Jamerson Lewis Construction. Back here at the ALC tournament, the halftime score, Liberty 6 and Tennessee 5. We're joined down on the field now by Tennessee coach Jake Noel. And coach, that was a very, very kind of slugfest of a first half there. Max DeMella had a great first half at the faceoff dot, but offensively, what can you do to counter such the good slides from the Liberty defense?
I couldn't really hear you guys there.
Sorry about that, Coach. We were just talking to you about kind of it being a little bit of a slugfest there on the in the first half there. Max DeMello has been great at the faceoff dot for you, but offensively, it seems like you guys are having a little bit of uncomfortability with the Liberty slides.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's sloppy play out there. Probably a little bit of nerves in that first portion, but we're starting to figure it out. We're starting to find our groove, and as long as we just keep executing, we'll be all right. Max and Janice, our goalie, are keeping us in this game, and they're going to keep doing that, and we're just going to find our rhythm on offense.
Coach, your goalie, Janice, has managed to bail you out on some doorstep saves. What are you changing with the defense to try and make him not face as tough of shots?
Yeah, we just got to keep the communication up. Whenever the ball goes out of bounds, we just got to match up really quick and be on the same page. Just a little lack of communication on the defensive end. But yeah, Janice is doing great.
How's the heat down there?
I'm sorry?
How's the heat down there?
Oh, it's warm. My feet are pretty hot.
Okay. Cool off there, and then we'll get to the game, huh?
All right, thank you.
Thanks so much. Jake Noel, kind enough to join us here on our broadcast as second half will get underway. That heat is certainly a factor, as even we're starting to feel it now coming to our booth. But on the field, it's obviously much more warm. DeMella trying to get back to his winning ways to start, and he does. But can he get away from that checking stick of Landry? Yes, he can. Jack Lydon going forward and flips it off to Logan Aiello to get things started as Tennessee wins it again. Offsides, though, in transition was Tennessee. So Liberty catching a break. Jake Noel wants an explanation. And he's still looking for one. So we're waiting to restart this game back up. Both coaches trying to figure out where the ball should be with the officials, and now they will resume. Second half for Liberty is going to obviously be critical for them to maybe start playing a little bit more confident offensively. Mose had a big first quarter, but we haven't heard much from him since.
They have a short stick hung up behind on Mose.
Looks inside. Landry, he was just waiting for it, wasn't he? That combination is lethal.
Something we've known about them all season, that connection. I think the Tennessee defense might have been ball watching, super worried about Mose getting upside. Landry just sneaks in behind and a really quick finish. Not much Janice can do about that one.
Landry, again, just so good at mirroring Mose down there. They have such a great connection. Liberty gets one back.
That's a Liberty University goal by number 91, Braden Landry, assisted by number 8, Keaton Mose.
Landry with 4 points today. Needs 4 more for his 100th career point at Liberty. Now Tennessee looks to respond. Who do they deploy? Seems like Liberty has their few guys that they always go to for put the stop to the bleeding. Tennessee looking to find theirs. Mason Kane today, just 1 goal in that first half. Same goes for Logan Aiello. He tries to skip it inside. Wow, through the keyhole, finding Kane.
Really good find inside. Case to release it right away. He's swarmed by those Liberty defenders. If he doesn't get that shot off, he's gonna get killed inside. Manages to do it and sneak it right along the post.
That was fitting it between 2 defenders. Let it fly with mustard on that pass from Aiello.
That's a goal for University of Tennessee's 24.
Chun back in the game at face-off. Lots of pushing and shoving going on. Looks like a Royal Rumble down there, and now finally it'll be going over to Liberty. Taylor can't believe it. Jake Noel puts his hands up, saying, what do we got to do? Back to a 7-6 ball game. Now Liberty will go back to work. They'll start with a two-man game with Branham and Mose. Excuse me, that's Branham and Geary. Coming off of a screen is Cahill. Pumps once, lets it go on the second. Official not really sure what he was going to call there, and finally does make the call to Tennessee. Chance for the Volunteers to tie the game for the first time. Ashton Dunn with a good run. Gets through, and Warnstrom, easy save here for number 23.
Yeah, that's not the shot Tennessee wants. Very early in the possession, don't get a 6-on-6 opportunity.
Well, that's not the pass Liberty wants either, as Kilton just let it sail all the way to the gate on the other side. Impatience from both teams on that possession. Well, Tennessee will get it started again. Inside opportunity, Mason Kane taking over in this second half. Michael Riccardi finds him for a goal.
Liberty might have been ball watching a little bit. Great off-ball cut. I just think Bryn Jungles caught lacking. Quick catch and finish.
It has never been hotter than it is right now. Tennessee, for what it's worth, a much bigger roster. They run a lot of guys, as does Liberty, but Liberty runs a lot of guys a lot of the time. And now DeMello winning these faceoffs, it's become apparent that the kitchen sink may not be enough. As Kyle McQuillan told us, that's all we could throw at him. He's just dominating. You wonder if that heat is starting to affect Liberty with that smaller roster. First time we've had a goal on the board where the game has been tied. A touchdown apiece between these two. 11.5 to go here in this third quarter. Backside pass, mishandled. Picked up by the freshman Brem. Liberty in transition. And they'll slow it down now. Coach McQuillan, like we said in that halftime interview, possession is key. They said that for the entire second quarter, apparently. That's where they want to beat this Volunteer defense. Mose again falls to the ground, gets back up. Looking for anybody. Rolowitz was coming in for a moment, decides not to go there. Even the goalie looking to get his stick up Janis to prevent Mose from distributing. Nobody open in front. Landry trying to get open desperately. Mose will do it himself. Oh, you cannot be that nasty.
Liberty's first goal of the game, very similar. There are two defensive players on that side of the field, dragging away Tennessee's offensive players, playing 4-on-4. Opens everything up. Quick few steps right around GLE and backhand.
Mo's a man who's very fond of collecting something very strange. It's empty bottles of A1 sauce. That was a saucy one there for Mr. Mose. Beaten Not just the goalie, but a defenseman to boot. Goal number 4 for Keaton Mose, who continues to show up in the biggest of moments for this Liberty crew. Nine and a half minutes approaching. Down low, Kane was looking for his teammate, regathered, and then all over the attackman there was the Liberty defense. Taking the worst of it was Will Tobias. Short amount of time for Geltonen to get it over. Spinning through, regathering, and he is yard sailed. Back comes Tennessee. Great play there. On the back end, defending on that ride. Down low, and oh, Riccardi wide open. Kane just missed him.
I think Liberty's defense is a little scattered here. Not matching up well, not sliding well. Gotten lucky a few times with some missed passes by Tennessee.
Geltonen will come off the field here. And now Liberty will get it back with Westlake taking shots from more of those defensive midfielders, including Ashton Dunn. Putting the hurt on these guys is Tennessee. Ezra Anderson gets it down low to Mose. Another two-man game. Spins back inside. Instead goes backside, Rolowitz! Mark Rolowitz, the senior, with a goal in the championship game.
That's the evolution of Mose as a player. If you watched him as a freshman or sophomore, he might try and go inside and go for the shot. Decides instead to whip around the opposite side, get it to Rolowitz. Veteran player on this team, calmly switches his hands, goes high to high. Extend the lead by 2.
Rolowitz is one of the most technically sound shots on the team. Good overhand shooter. You played with Keaton Mose. You just mentioned his growth over the last few years. How has he gone from pure scorer to all-around player?
I think Keaton is a very talented player. He was able to do a lot in high school, kind of put the team on his back, and coming to Liberty, it was the same style where he was pure goal scorer, able to create opportunities for himself. But now that he's been in the system for a while, realizes the value of that ball movement. He's gotten more assists than goals past few years. Leads the team in assists this year as well.
Ty Broughton bringing it to Tobias. And they move on from him. Aiello inside, good look to Kane. Bounce back into their stick. Got the shot off. Great individual effort there. Jake Schroll.
Liberty's chasing stick, not laying body. Way too easy for Aiello. He can take stick checks all day. Little slip in, hands free, beats Warnstrom.
Back-to-back goals from Maryland kids as Schroll, as we mentioned, from Annapolis. They really like him. They feel like he's going to be the future of this program. Just a sophomore, transferred in. Really high IQ player. They like him. He had 2 goals and an assist yesterday against West Virginia. And Nick Gold picks that one up, but checked out by Hauk. Ball's still loose, but picked back up for Tennessee. Gold in front, passes inside, shot, and we are tied. Schroll again.
Something we saw Tennessee do yesterday, take advantage of mistakes, unsettled situations. The pull, Nick Gold is the one with the assist. shows how much this team likes to go fast at all positions.
Another Maryland to Maryland connection there. Gold from Baltimore.
It's like Connor Gilton has taken the face-off.
Connor Gilton in at the face-off dot. Okay, interesting.
Tennessee, 49, Jake Stroll, assisted by number 16, Nick Gold.
What does that tell you about where Liberty is with the face-off?
They just need to stop him from winning that clamp. DeMello does a great job not only getting the clamp, but the ground ball right afterwards. I think part of the reason they had success yesterday against Virginia Tech is because Virginia Tech face-off man wasn't getting the ground ball, but just the clamp. They can't turn into a ground ball battle if DeMello's able to just get the ground ball 2 seconds after the clamp.
Falling to the ground there looked like Liam Markey. Ball is loose! Score! Just a nightmare of the last 2 minutes. Drake Schroll, one-man wrecking crew. So here's a question for you. It looks like Warnstrom threw his stick at the net. Is that something that the officials should have looked at?
If he got the save and stopped the ball and impeded play, then yes, Warnstrom probably would have headed to the box, but it's just the goal went in. Not really a factor.
Tennessee with their first lead of the day.
University of Tennessee's number 49, Jake Stroll.
They trailed 3-0 earlier in this game, and Gilton loses his stick. Tried to stop playing, but they called him anyway. The dominance of Max DeMello today is outstanding. He is, without a doubt, the X factor for Tennessee. ALO moves it on, fake the shot, takes a shot, makes a shot. Thomas Gies.
Mentioned it earlier, emotion and momentum. Tennessee's a team that has a ton of emotion in their play. Really good hitch. Get the defender to bite. Sets his feet. I think he went into that right corner. Great, accurate shot.
Timeout. Liberty. We'll take one with you. And when we come back, we might have a special guest on the air with us. Come back and find out who it is. Tennessee on top, 11-9 in the ALC championship game, presented by Jamerson Lewis Construction. Back here at Lynchburg City Stadium, side of the ALC championship game. Tennessee on top of Liberty, 11-9. We mentioned in the broadcast earlier that Tennessee hasn't won a conference title since the year 2000, and the coach of that team is now joining us here. That is Coach Buff Grubb, who's a former Tennessee coach and also coached at Clemson for a long time as well, led them to a Final Four back in 2022. Coach, it's great to hear from you. What does this Tennessee team bring back any memories for you, and how exciting is it to see some of your not your alma mater, but a team that you used to coach? How exciting is it to see them back here?
It's great to see them back. It's been 23 years, and it's hard to describe the feeling.
What do you remember from those early 2000s teams? What's your great memories from that?
We were blessed with good athletes and great people. We were fortunate to win 4 conference titles and take 3 teams to the Nationals, and we were actually the first SELC or Eastern team to win a game at the MCLA National, and that was in 1999. So there's a lot of memories, and there's a lot of great people. There's a loyal following to Tennessee. My wife talked to one of the team presidents from back in the 90s, and he's in Australia. He works for the golf network and
Wow.
network golf programs, and he was right on top of this game. He knows what's going on, and he's living the life.
It's good to know we have audience all over the world. Coach,
Yes, sir.
Another big thing about this, you've been coaching lacrosse really since, you played in the 70s. You coached all the way from the 90s till very recently in 2022. What have you seen change the most about the game?
The depth of the talent and the speed of the game. It's just improved every year, and I think that's a testament to the overall growth of the game nationally, because there's more kids than there are opportunities right now at the NCAA level. Plus, the MCLA is certainly legitimate lacrosse, and it's really, really, nice to see it. And these kids are playing with their hearts out, and I always love coaching them because, there's no scholarships out here. A lot of these kids are paying to play. They're playing for the right reason, and it's just a pleasure to coach them. When we don't have the entitled attitudes or anything like that. The kids are grateful to be out there, and you can't beat it.
You've coached against both of these teams when you were at Clemson. What makes both of these teams so special is Will Geary puts one home to make this back to a one-goal game.
Basically, you look at consistency in the leadership of the program and that kind of stuff. Liberty's been blessed with Kyle McQuillan for a number of years, and Virginia Tech, they lose a coach, they plug in another quality coach, etc. So, I competed against both of them at Tennessee and at Clemson, and we've won a few and lost a few, so it's a good rivalry.
You also won this tournament back in 2022. You took Clemson all the way to the Final Four as well. What was that like for you that season, and have you stayed in contact with Coach Tobias and maybe advised him in any way?
I try to let him stand on his own. I have to stay in touch with him because he's my son-in-law.
that's a good reason.
Yeah, so I can't argue with that. But, in 2022, we got beat by Tech here in the finals, and then we went and, made the Final Four and then ended up 5th in the country.
What an incredible run you guys had. As there's another save for Warnstrom. This is a great battle so far. What do you see from this game as we got a penalty coming up?
I see Liberty maybe getting a little tight, and Tennessee's getting a little more confident. It's blow for blow right now. This is what, the folks are getting their money's worth. That's for damn sure.
Last question for you here.
Sir.
What will it take to get Buff Grub back on the sidelines? Are you all set?
Well, I'm actually on the sidelines now. I thought I was retired when I left Clemson, but I got drafted by a couple persistent mothers. I'm coaching high school lacrosse in Greenville, South Carolina, Jailman High School. And it's different, but I enjoy it. It's different kids, different challenge, that kind of stuff. But it's fun to be back.
That's great to know, Coach. You've been such a great ambassador of the game, Hall of Famer in the SELC. And thanks so much for joining us here, giving us a little history lesson on Tennessee. You're the wise old sage in this conference. We appreciate it.
Yeah, operable word, isn't it?
Apologies. We'll take that one out next time. Thanks so much, Coach. Take it easy.
Free clear. That's fine.
Free clear coming up here for Liberty. And Reagan, you've been watching this game as we just got a great little interview there with Coach Grubb. It's great insight from somebody that's been doing this been playing for 50 years. I mean, you never stop playing even when you're coaching. It's cool to see that inside. He said Liberty's getting a little tight here down the stretch. And this is a big-time opportunity for them to get this game back in order.
Yeah, I think they need to get their offense to reset a little bit. Kind of went away from that ball movement. That last goal by Geary was a little bit of a prayer at the end of the shot clock from 16 yards on the run, but if they can get back to what got them the lead in the first quarter, might be able to have more success and take it back.
Mo's playing from up top now. They've shifted him in his position. Tennessee doing a good job sliding on this defensive possession. Shot by Landry, knocked down in front. Looking for the ground ball. Penalties released, and Mose picks it up. Geary, does he have another one? Yes, he does.
We saw him in the first half coming around from X, a position he isn't used to being in. Now 2 goals in a row, shooting from 15. Really tough to do against a great goalie like Janis.
That timeout that Liberty took after Schroll got the lead by himself. Much warranted. It's allowed Liberty to come back and recommunicate here with Will Geary getting the last 2 goals.
Liberty has 2 pulls on this face-off, the past few face-offs. Connor Gilton in at X and Ben Shot on the wing.
For Liberty University,
Gelton just going straight for the check. DeMella wins it anyway. Just ridiculous how good DeMella has been as he gets another face-off. Unofficially, where are we at on that one?
I believe DeMella's at 18 of 21 so far.
Wow.
Might be off on that.
Very close. But he has dominated at the dot. Back tied at 11. Championship lacrosse at its finest. Michael Riccardi. Behind the back, Aiello. Blocked by his own teammate. Warnstrom sits on it. Great outlet pass to Doyle. And the Flames get it back. Flag flies. And I have to say, what a toss that was by the official. That was like from the 50-yard line, a combine throw there. They're gonna hold here, looks like. Liberty does not have to shoot. The shot clock does not matter in this final 30 seconds or so. See if any pressure comes here. Dominic Bellavacqua trying to make sure nothing happens, no funny business with Hunter Rockhill. Mose holds. 7 seconds. They will hold. And that'll be it for the third quarter. Liberty has a man up and a possession when we come back. Reagan, this should be exciting in the fourth.
Absolutely. Might have been a miscommunication from Mose on the sideline. I don't know if possession will be there since the penalty never started or if we'll be going on a face-off.
Oh, interesting point there. We'll see what happens when we come back here at the ALC tournament. Don't go anywhere. Fourth quarter coming up, tied at 11. Where else would you rather be on Championship Sunday at the ALC tournament? The final quarter, the final chapter in a season filled with turmoil and triumph. It all comes down to this, 11-11, make a wish. That wish is only to win an ALC title between these two, between Liberty and Tennessee. Liberty will have a man-up possession to start the fourth quarter, a full-time penalty, not locked in, but for a minute. Big possession here. Jack Schroll has been the catalyst for Tennessee. Got them their first lead in the season, or of the game, excuse me. But Will Geary has led them back with 2 big goals of his own to tie the game. Who will be the hero here on Championship Sunday? Maybe it'll be Luke Campbell with a rocket to give Liberty the lead back.
He did not have that much time on that reversal. Caught it and immediately got into his stance. It was just pure heat on the opposite side of Janis, right on his hip. That's one of the hardest places to save for a goalie.
Fires up the bench. Once again, 3 consecutive goals for the Flames and another deploying of poles on the wings to try to counter DeMella. Peyton Park now on the opposite side with Gilton in again. Gilton trying to keep DeMella at bay and force him behind. Takes a shot from Westlake, but not before he's able to pass it on to his teammate. Shot goes and goes wide. Got it off to Matarazzo, and then Aiello got the shot. Lots of fellow Italians out there. Shout out to the red, green, and white.
That was a goal from Liberty University's number 7.
Here's another one of them, and Michael Riccardi.
Number 8.
Cross-field pass. Aiello fakes, fires. That goes wide. Big rip shot from the top of the box. J.D. Schellenberger.
You can see him winding up even before he gets this pass. Shot through the defense in the middle, put right in that bottom corner. Similar to Campbell's shot, where it's just one of the harder places for the goalie to reach.
Starting to look like a PLL game with these shots going from 3. Back to a tie game. More substitutions coming for Liberty now, the defensive mid spot. Giltonen trying to avoid catching a hold. He does. And DeMello once again will not be denied. Ben Chun trying to force a turnover, and DeMello is cool as a cucumber down the field.
That's a goal for University of Tennessee's number 8, assisted by number 12.
Switching hands. Keys on. Shot was taken. Schellenberger on the wing. And again wide. 35 seconds. You're on the shot clock. Inside opportunity. Another one wide. I believe that was Schroll again. Now 22 seconds. Can Liberty stand tall, or will Tennessee grab the lead again? Ten on the shot clock. Long shot. Schellenberger biting his tongue after a long outside shot. 7 seconds for Kane to work with. Can he beat his defender? He can, but Warnstrom's quicker, but a rebound!
Really acrobatic save by Warnstrom. Throws his body down low as fast as possible. Right place, right time for Tennessee.
Schellenberger again with the hat trick. That was an effort play by both teams that finds its way on the scoreboard to Tennessee. Jason Houck, the original faceoff specialist, back at the dot. They switch it up again. And Giltonen trying to get this ground ball. Cannot. Scooped up by Tennessee. Still loose. Finally picked up by Peyton Park. And that is, we don't know when the last time Liberty won a faceoff, but it hasn't been for a long time, and somebody is down on the other end. It looks like Connor Giltonen. Looks like he might have hurt himself. Let's see, looked like he was trying to make sure he was not off sides and dove all the way out and landed somewhere. And he's gimpy coming off here, trying to work his way.
He has that left calf taped up. He was touching it while getting up. It might be reoccurring injury or something else that's been bothering him throughout the season.
Enough to come off the field under his own power, which is good. And he'll be checked out by the trainers here on the sideline. Liberty trying to punch back. Hunter Rockhill has it saved, gets it right back from the rebound. Score! Easton Cahill, the fearless one, using his size and strength, and the freshman ties it again.
Sacrificing his body to try and get the angle, dives into this, doesn't care if he's going to get hit or not. Really just quick stick across.
And he came ever so close to making contact with the leg of Luke Harden with his head. Just avoided it, but Cahill with a big effort play there. Hauk trying his darndest to clamp down on DeMelli, just can't find him. Leiden under pressure. Branham giving him everything he's got. He's out of bounds. No, he kept it alive. DeMella going for it. Picked up by Mose. Mose loses his helmet, and a big hit that's going to definitely result in a penalty. Very high hit. Take another look.
I think Mose felt the pressure on his back. Tried to avoid it by going down, and then the stick just slid up the back of the neck. Caught his helmet, yeah.
Pure contact from Leiden, cross-check. And you wonder how long this penalty might be. Mose does have to come off, I believe, because his helmet came off, so.
MCLA rules tend to follow NCAA rules, and the NCAA has put a large emphasis this year on contact to the head. A lot of results early this season. Penalties, 2 minutes, 3 minutes.
Orange 1. Cross-check direct to the head, 2 minutes, full time.
2 minutes locked for Leiden, who already had a penalty similar today.
You can see Cahill right next to the box, on the bottom left of your screen.
Right down here, excuse me, Reagan, right down here, the president of the league, Panchito Ojeda, is saying something to the official about something.
Sorry, 2 minutes. 2 minutes for
Interesting that he would get up there and talk to the official. Maybe making sure they know the rules on these penalties. 2 minutes. Locked in. Liberty tied at 13. Golden opportunity for the Flames. Last time they had a penalty like this, they got a goal off of it, but then gave up a shorthanded one. Kept the score the same. Tennessee gonna have to be extra communicative on defense here. Know how well Liberty likes to move the ball. Campbell rips, fires, and goes high. Inside shot, Janis! Massive save. Here come the doubles. Big check by Park.
Yard sailed his opponent and himself on that one.
An estate sale, we call that, right? Liberty back at it. 30 seconds left on the penalty. Branham, oh my goodness. Critical mistake by Branham as it's picked up there by Cruz Mayer. And this is gonna really end up a 2-minute non-releasable penalty. Liberty will get nothing out of it if they can't get it back. Trying to double the attackman. Ball is loose. picked up by Rockhill. Penalty is released. Geary coming in hot. They don't go to him. Rockhill back to Branham, and he tried to bounce it. Stays with Liberty. Landry was the first back to it. Mose. Already saw a highlight reel goal for him when the goalie was out. Up top to his teammate Geary. That one's wide. Janis standing strong. Mose will handle it. Going for the two-man pick game with Rockhill. As a shorty.
Might get a hold
There's
here.
a hold. Yep, there it is. Another penalty for Tennessee. Mose spinning. Landry. Big save by Janis. Mose in front off the rebound.
I think that might have been deflected by one of the defenders inside. Tennessee had a similar goal earlier this quarter with the rebound. This time it's Liberty in the right place at the right time.
You're right, deflected. Looked like it hit the stick of Luke Harden. Mose again, and a timeout for Tennessee. Down one, about to go. Try to defend against a tough Liberty crew. We'll come back in just a few minutes, just a minute or two, in this ALC championship bout. Don't go anywhere. 8:18 to go. Liberty leads 14-13. The ALC championship presented by Jamerson Lewis Construction. Back here at the ALC championship game, Liberty clinging to a 14-13 lead. That flag on the hold was waved off by the Mose goal. So we'll go back to the face-off dot, where Max DeMella has been lights out. Dominant today against every opponent that he's faced. Big hit there. Oh, Giltonen gave him a little extra sauce there on that hit with the stick. And DeMella slams his stick in frustration as Liberty wins the possession.
Liberty's thrown a lot of different options at him today. This most recent one with Hauk at the X and the poles on both wings. I think they trust Hauk to be able to tie him up long enough for those poles to get there and turn it into more a ground ball. For every other opponent he's faced, he's been able to get the clamp and the ground ball right out of it.
It's Mose. Ooh, dangerous pass. Branham handled it. Branham using his body on the bull dodge. Didn't even get it off. Pops out of his stick. And Janis collects with the help of his teammate Cruz Mayer. Vaunted Liberty ride, always dangerous, especially when the long pole's handling it. And they have to go backwards here.
So they're gonna get a procedure call.
The ball, it's gonna be a failure to advance, I assume.
Oh, yeah, failure.
Here we go. Easy call there. Now he went over the midline, didn't he? He came back, so they still have to call that?
So you can go back and forth the midline as many times as you want, as long as it's still above 60 seconds. The moment it gets below 60, it has to be on the offensive side of the field.
I see. Good clarification there. Mose pushed back. Pushed back his defender as well. Put one on Janis, who gets the save again. Moving pick on Easton Cahill. Tennessee has it back as Park went for the shot. Tried to check the stick. Schellenberger. No bueno. Michael Riccardi back down low as they continue to work it down. Schroll's been outstanding in the second half. A scoring outburst from him gave Tennessee the lead earlier. Now they need one to get the tie game back. Schellenberger mishandles. Park. Oh, beautiful behind the back pass to Brem, and they're in transition. Branham waits. Nice play there by Park, the freshman. As the bench is fired up after that one. Young man from Finksburg, Maryland. $18 new players this year between the transfers and the freshmen for Liberty. They've had to learn to come together as a team. They'll have to come together for 5 more minutes to hold on to this lead. Mose back to Rockhill. Inside, chance for Geary, falling away, and he draws a penalty. Again, Tennessee living in the penalty box in this fourth quarter. Get the penalty.
Red, 16,
No,
slash 1 minute. Red, 16, slash 1 minute.
How many
Nick
times are they?
Goals, the culprit. Slashing penalty here. As the Flames will once again
Penalty on
have
University of
another
Tennessee,
chance
number 16, Nick
to
Gold,
pull away.
slashing. 1 minute.
Can Janis stay strong? And that Tennessee defense. Janis can, at least for the moment. Who's got the ball? Hold against Tennessee. Desperation on every ground ball for the Volunteers. Landry's open. Let's see if he takes it. Oh, stinger missile from number 91.
Even if he's just open for a split second, that's too long for Landry. That's his money spot right there on the left wing. Shoots it around his defender. And what a great shot.
Can we say bar down?
Absolutely.
Holy cow. That was a... We're going to have to start having with some of the shots that we've seen this weekend. Somebody holding the speedometer down on the field there. Mose, by the way, with another point today. 5 goals, 5 assists for Keaton Mose. You talk about championship level performance. Mason Kane trying to get one back wide. Tennessee trying to keep the game within striking distance. Got to get it to 1 before you can tie it. Kane's going to go 1-on-1 with the freshman Brem. Gilton in, quick double. Makes him pass it on. Down low shot. Big save by Warnstrom. As possession now critical for the Flames. They have to get the ball over. Good diving catch there by Cahill. And they do, and now 55 seconds to waste. Take this down to almost 2 minutes if they want to. But with DeMella at that faceoff dot, you never know, right?
Absolutely. And Liberty was in a similar position last year against Virginia Tech with the lead. Game coming down to the wire.
Turnover with 17 seconds left in the game there. All Liberty had to do was run the clock out. They were turned over in a full field sprint to the finish line. Led to a Virginia Tech goal. They won it in double overtime. One of the most exciting games in MCLA history. Oh, slick move there by Geary. Now 10 seconds. They've done the job of killing the clock. They just couldn't quite finish that, but that is going to stick with Liberty. Tagging the post was actually not the worst thing in the world.
Might have wanted that more than a goal, actually. Had to shave off to under a minute left before potentially giving up the ball.
And now Tennessee, it's Dublin time. See if they deploy it. It's going to be hard for them to get the goalie out of the cage, though. Maybe they're going to let it ride. Geary trying to wrap around was Rutto. Just content to let the clock tick away.
Rock Hill's one of the fastest players on the field. It's going to be hard to take the ball from him one-on-one.
Such a decorated freshman. Went to Woodbury Forest Academy. Set to play football. James Madison was there for a semester, transferred to Liberty to play football, and then decided last minute, I think we'll play lacrosse. And that might do it. Will Geary with a howitzer, an exclamation point, a fourth goal of the day.
Tennessee was doubling on the far side of the field. Liberty beats the double, rotates it around. There's a really bad approach from Tennessee, trying to stop Geary's shot, just a little hitch fake. Gets back upside with a greater angle, getting closer. One-on-one with Janis. No matter how good Janis has been, that's hard to save.
Tennessee played with effort and determination today, but unless Max DeMella can lead them to a goal and another goal. Oh, as Kane hit the post. And flies off. In under a minute, they're gonna need 3 of them. Schellenberger shots wide.
Liberty's gonna have to lock down for the next 52 seconds.
Save in front for Warnstrom. Gathered by the Flames. Doyle out to Park. 40 seconds and they can feel it. 3 years of frustration start to come to the top. Landry across, and that will end it. Luke Branham.
From the outlet, from Doyle all the way to Park, back to the freshman, Kaysen. Ball movement all around from every position. And down 4 goals. No matter how good DeMella is, it's going to be hard for them to come back from this.
A championship level team in Tennessee made it all the way here, had a tie game in the 4th quarter, but Liberty just too much today. Offensive onslaught this weekend with 17 goals in this one after 18 yesterday against 2 of the best teams in the country. Warnstrom one more save with 10 seconds. The Liberty Flames are back on top of the mountain. A final flag won't matter. Liberty, your 2024 ALC champions.